Everyone's feeling really good. Message has been get out there and do what we've been working on. I mean, it's been a long time between drinks, and the last couple of months particularly has just kind of really been refining our craft, and everyone's really excited for, I guess, to turn a new page and get into 23.
As a leader of the group, what have you said, if anything, about making sure that the grand final doesn't run anyone's mind?
I don't need to worry about it. The grand final's been looked after. We've dealt with it, reviewed it, and it's a new season. And if we spend time thinking about what's happened in the past, then we'll play like it as well. So we're more than ready. We've got a really young and exciting group. Quite a number of them are, I think, ready to take the next step, and looking forward to seeing that hopefully Saturday night.
Yeah, all that kind of stuff last year, the finals, grand final, has it sort of helped? Have you noticed a difference with some of the young kids that they are ready to take that next step up?
I think just last year in general, I mean, we had a lot of big games, and we're playing towards the back end of September. I think can only do wonders for the young group. I reckon they've got a lot of experience from it and taking confidence really from being able to get there in the first place, and they're really motivated. That's something I've been really happy to see. It's just been they're continuing to drive themselves forward and drive this club forward as well.
How long did it take? I won't dwell on the last one for me on it, but how did it take for you to sort of be content with the grand final, move on, and set your sights on 20?
By the time we came back for pre-season, it was done. We dealt with it straight after the game, had our off-season, licked our wounds, and come, what day was it in November when we returned, it was onto this year, and that's been a really strong theme. We're really excited for this year, and we know what Geelong did last year as well. They bounced back after a big defeat, and that's what we'll be aiming to do as well.
And for you, 32 now, do you have to monitor your pre-season? Is it different to what you've done when you were a bit younger, or how?
No, I'm trying to hang on, mate. It's I've been doing everything, so my body's feeling great, so is my mind, and thankfully we've got a really young and enthusiastic team that's rubbing off on me still. I still wake up and really excited to get into work, and I'm just looking forward to embarking on another big year.
Talk about some of those young kids. Who's really impressed you so far this pre-season with how they've taken those next steps?
Errol Gordon's the one that comes to mind. Definitely, you guys would have seen that from the pre-season matches. That I guess his form against Brisbane and Carlton, that wasn't just luck. That was we've been seeing that coming for a long time. He's as professional as they come for a 21-year-old, and he really drives that next generation as well. So I'd look for him to be leading the way in that regard. And I think everyone's just Nick Blakey, Ollie Florent has been really good off the half-back line. Logan McDonald's put on a bit of size and wanted to really make a statement after missing out on grand final selection. So we've got a number of players that are, I think, ready to take that next step.
Very good. Coming into Gold Coast specifically, matches between you guys and the Suns have always been really close. Why do you think that is, and what are you expecting come this weekend?
They have been close. I'm not sure why, but it's just been the way it's worked out. But we've got a huge amount of respect for the Gold Coast, and they probably had it on us over the last couple of performances. Stewie Jews is someone that knows us pretty well, and always really respected the way he's gone about it. So he'll have something up his sleeve. But we're looking forward to a big. I mean, it's good that we've got Gold Coast round one, because we have lost a couple of times to them in the past, and we're going to be setting ourselves up for a big display come Saturday night.
On to you specifically, we know the defence has to prepare for defend the opposition attackers as a team and both individually. With Ben King coming back, how do you prepare for someone who's been out of the game for so long?
Probably just study what his brother's doing. He's been. Look, we had a fair bit of. We had a fair meeting just before on what they look like, and they've got a really versatile forward line. Obviously with King there, obviously Chol and Casbolt, they've got some great contested marking players, and obviously King's probably more of a lead-up type, but they've got some real threats down there. It's just probably business as usual for us. I think one of our strengths of the group is our versatility. Try and take away their strengths, and see how we go from there.
Talk about versatility, that includes some of your depth. How is it to have someone like Aaron Francis come in and really shore out that defensive depth that you guys have?
Yeah, he's come in and had a good impact. I mean, it takes a little while getting used to a new system, but he's come in as a really popular member of the group, and you can tell he's loving it up here, and we love having him. So might take a little while for him to get used to the game plan and whatnot, but we like what we see with him. He's obviously got a clear set of strengths in his intercepting ability and his ball use off half back. So once he's more familiar with the system, I'd be expecting to see him pretty early on.
Will the game plan change much this year from last?
I wouldn't, not too much. I mean, we're a high pressure team, and forward half turnovers, it's in our DNA. So as long as we look after that, then generally, our game plan looks after itself.
Back to Aaron Francis coming in. Where does that leave a player like Will Gould? He's always been that next guy in sort of scenarios. Is he still around that mark? And what does someone like Aaron Francis coming in do for Will?
I'm not sure. You'd have to ask Will, but Will's come off the back end of a career best year in the VFL. He's ready to go as well. So I guess the problem with playing or being part of a list that's challenging for grand finals is that sometimes you just got to wait for your spot. Gouldy will get his chance eventually, and he's just got to be ready and make sure he takes it. But he hasn't taken a backward step, and I think healthy competition's always a good thing, whether that's for Francis or for Gould, and even for the McCartan boys and myself. It's really healthy to have that competition in the squad and keeping everyone accountable.
The competition for spots. The last player one for me is Matty Roberts. He looked to be really impressive through both those practice games. How's he been, I guess, with that competition, especially some of those guys like Campbell and I guess Robbie Fox when he comes back? That's going to be a good competition. Yeah,
absolutely. And you nailed it. It's a really healthy competition. Robbo's really taking his game to the next level as well. Probably should have mentioned him before. He looked really sharp and ready to take that next step. But again, sometimes it's just a matter of getting your opportunity and waiting for it and being ready to grab it with both hands when you do. So I'd be excited to see what Robbo has to bring. Should he get selected for round one, and then if not, then pretty early in the year.
So he's close. You think he's close?
He's definitely thereabouts. Absolutely.
And then you spoke about before. It's good to have Gold Coast.
One or two more, boys.
Okay, this is the last one from me.
Cool.
It's good to have Gold Coast first up. What's been made about your tough schedule? How important is it to bank these wins early?
I do have a tough schedule.
I wouldn't think so, but it's been spoken about.
Mate, every game in this competition is bloody tough, and if you go in with that mindset that you got to get wins early or whatnot, then you're going to get exposed. I know it sounds boring, but every game is a tough one, and we're really looking forward to getting some momentum heading into the start of the year. So we're just focused on this week, and hopefully that'll look after itself.
Dane, you mentioned you feel great and your mind's really good. You do much in the sports side area and that sort of thing at the moment?
Myself or as a team?
Yeah, yourself or the club, like you said.
I think always. I mean, as you grow older, you probably just look for little ways of getting better. Or that's we've got a club psyche that everyone's really close with and utilise. I guess it's just kind of understanding yourself a little bit more year on year as you mature. Just like anything going through life, I guess you kind of figure out what works and what doesn't. But I think a number of our boys, having played together and working with the same coaching group and support staff like our psychologists, everyone's kind of understanding each other a lot more and, really getting the benefit of having worked together for a couple of years. So everyone's in a really good place.